A lot has happened in between episodes. I helped take part in a raid, I did some mining, found a spider spawner, found a slime chunk, and did some fishing. And a few creeper explosions along the way. But overall, I would definitely say that we're starting on the right track. We've got a whole lot done, and we've actually got ourselves quite a few resources in between episodes. We've got 18 diamonds while doing some mining. That is going to be very, very useful. We got ourselves 11 emeralds from the raid that we did. We got ourselves some slime balls as well, which is useful. And I got ourselves this feather falling book. Apparently I didn't know this, but raiders actually drop enchanting books, which is really interesting. I didn't really know that. So it is good to be back on this SMP world. I think that's what I'm just going to call it. I think CuppaTea SMP has a nice ring to it, so I think that's what I'm going to be calling it from now on. And as you can see, we already have ourselves a lot of new members in this world, so this is going to be so fun. And what is going on over there? Someone's doing something. It appears to be Mr. Andatistic destroying that nether portal over there. Now, something I want to check out before we start the plans for this episode is I want to see if anyone has started selling anything in the shopping area. I'm curious if anyone has set up a shop, because if we're going to be buying some resources, there better be some pretty useful ones. So let's go ahead and go to the shopping area and see what some people have set up. There does appear to be some kind of structure over here. I'm wondering what this is selling and who's selling what. It's just a big block right here, so I wonder what this has to do with. What is this? It's just a random cobblestone pillar here. What is this? Is this a house or is this a shop? I am very, very curious on what this is. It appears someone is building some kind of box here. I don't know what this is about. I hope it's a store, and I hope they sell something very, very useful, because in early game, whoever sells the best stuff is going to get the most diamonds. But now with all of those distractions out the way, I think it's time that we actually start working on some projects of our own. If you remember in the last episode, we decided that we would turn this island into a pirate cove, and I feel like that is definitely what I want to do, and I want to continue on with that plan. So the first structure we are going to be making just right here is a pirate ship. This is going to be our base, or at least our starting base for now. I feel like building a pirate ship would definitely, this place wouldn't be complete if we didn't have a pirate ship. So what I want to build is a ship just right here where I'm pointing at. And we're going to have like a little dock that goes across here and through this island here. So maybe we can have a small little port, maybe some little townhouses that connect to the road. I feel like that would be a fun little idea, but it will all connect to the sea right here, and I definitely want to build myself a pirate ship. And as per usual with all of my builds, I always build it in a test world, which means I already know what I am building. I just hopefully I have all the resources for it, but I know what this is going to look like in this world before I've even built it in survival, and I highly suggest you do that too if you like building things in Minecraft. So hopefully these resources will do us fine. It contains a lot of wood, so I'm hoping that this should be enough. We do have a lot more saplings of wood in case there isn't enough, but hopefully this should hopefully do us fine, because it mostly consists of oak wood planks. So let's take all of these resources and get right into building. And there we have it. Again, as I have said, this is my first time ever designing a ship like this, so it's not going to be the absolute greatest, but I sure am really proud of it. This is my first time building in this kind of theme. And yeah, I think I'm really happy with it. I know there's a few things we still need to finish. The mast might be one thing. We definitely will need that if we want to complete this ship. But the overall structure is complete. We've got ourselves our room here, this big cabin here that's going to have tons of space for chests, some furnaces, and a whole lot of other things here. So this is just going to be our really big bedroom here. And at the front of the ship, you'll see here, just behind this mast, there is, there's the underside of the ship that is completely submerged underwater. I haven't done anything about this yet, and I think I should probably get this done, otherwise this ship is going to be sinking in no time at all. So we better get started by clearing out the hull. So we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way since we have absolutely no sponges. And we're going to have to fill in this whole place manually. Good thing I have all this gravel, otherwise I don't know how long this would take. It's still going to take a long time, definitely more time than it would if I had sponges, but right now we have to work with what we have. And there we have it. This entire place is now all cleaned up from the water. I've had to put a lot of torches around because could you imagine the state this would be and if mobs could spawn? If a creeper comes here and blows this up, it is going to take a long time to get fixed, which speaking of which, we better go to sleep so that way no mobs will spawn. So now that we have the entire ship done, I think it's about time that we've started to move in, and luckily for us, we don't have that much that we need to move in. It's just these 5 barrels here, which honestly shouldn't take that long. There's a few resources in all of them. I don't think it should take too long, but what we're going to be doing is storing all of these barrels and chests at the back end of the ship right there in the end. So yeah, we're going to have to make some chests instead of barrels. I think I'm going to keep the barrels for the top floor in my room, and then we're going to have the chests at the bottom. So let's make a few chests. So how much will that give us? 5. Let's go with 6 just for good measures for now. That will give us quite a few double chests. So at the back end here, we can just put 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Alright, that's 3 double chests right now. We're going to need a bit more than that. I'm thinking of filling in this entire back end with some chests. Up here, I don't know what I'm going to do, but hopefully we can figure something out later. For now, we definitely need more chests. Right, there we have it. We now have everything down here. All of the resources that were out on the island are now down here in the back of the ship. So, I'm not going to sort any of this out right now. I'm probably going to be doing that off camera as I don't want to take up any more time. So, what I am going to do, however, is I'm going to put a crafting table back here. So at least we will have a crafting table in our room, on the deck, and down here. So now we can finish making all of these chests to finish this up, because this does look a bit boring without it. So that should be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we can move all of these materials into these chests, and hopefully it will be a whole lot more organized. So now that we're all done with the ship for now, what I now want to work on is where we're going to put our farm back, because ever since I removed the farm that was here, I have been running out of food a whole lot quicker. So what I want to do is find a new place to have farmland, and I'm thinking right here could be alright, just right here. So we are going to have a little boardwalk that goes all the way down to the ship here, so we can't really have anything that's in the way, and then we're going to have a few buildings scattered along here. So I'm thinking maybe just right here we could have some farmland, maybe. So just all of this shore right here could be the farmland, and then every so often we can just put a little pocket of water like that, so that way all of the crops will stay hydrated. Let's see how that looks. This can work for now. This is just going to be here for a little bit. I said this would be permanent. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this for now, because this is probably going to be taking up a lot of building space. In fact, we might even be extending the island just so that we can fit all the buildings that we would like. But for now, this is going to be our farm back. Now what I want to work on is getting a place with all these sheep, because they're kind of just there right now, and are a bit stuck, including this rabbit. I don't know how you fell in there. Were you hurt earlier? Is that the same rabbit? That might be. He's fallen in there. So we're going to have to get all of those sheep out, and to make things easier, I might just leave 2 sheep left. That way we can breed them again, and we don't have to worry about transporting more sheep into a pen. However, to do what I want to do with these sheep is going to require a bit of terraforming, and by that I mean completely getting rid of this hill. And get rid of this hill we did, and I must say it looks really weird. It looks like something is missing, even though that there was an entire hill here. It's now completely flattened out, but this is good. We wanted this because now that makes building buildings and pathways a whole lot easier now that we have a blank canvas. And hello, can I help you, good sir? Do you require any assistance? Hello. Do you need anything? Is he hit? Nice ship. Why? Thank you. Thanks. It's such a nice person you are. I am very proud of it too. But here you can see we do have a bit of terraforming left to do. We've got all of this stone here. That is not going to stay there. Yes, I will take that block of will. Yes. Please. So we're going to transform this entire place maybe into stone bricks, maybe some wood. So maybe we could make this entire island maybe like a floating port, if you see what I mean. We're already going to connect some wooden pathways from here through the center of this island up to there, and this island will be something else that we'll be working on in the near future. But I definitely want to terraform this after I'm done with the pathway, and for that I think I'm going to use spruce again. Maybe I might use some spruce. I know that what's really funny is that at the start of my Java survival series I said I absolutely hated spruce, and now I'm using it all the time, which I find really funny. Would spruce look good though? There might be too much. Because this ship is already mostly made out of wood, especially the spruce wood, so maybe too much of it would be a bad thing. Maybe dark oak. Dark oak could be a plan, but I don't know where I would find that. So there we have it. This is the general idea of what I want to have my city planned as, even if we're not going to be using spruce, which I'm probably going to switch this out to another material because the way it just goes straight to the floor of the ship, I really don't like that. So we're going to have to change this spruce up to something else. Maybe another type of wood, maybe I could use some stone, but either way we are definitely going to be keeping this layout because I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Just little things like this, and I definitely think that planning out the roads before building the structures is definitely what I have to do in order for this to work. Right, and about half an hour later I have finally come across a dark oak forest. All I really need here are 4 saplings, so that way I can replant some on my island and then I don't have to keep on coming back here. But I'm going to go ahead and cut down a few trees, that way I have enough dark oak so that I know what to do with. This definitely has made this place look a whole lot better. Just a change in the wood makes this place not only not collide with the ship, because that was a big problem, but it also adds more depth to it. So instead of having a bright block palette, we now have some darker blocks, and I feel like this has worked really well. So what I have planned next, well, I'm not going to do this episode, is we're going to continue this pathway all the way up to this mountain, and we'll see what we do up there, but that's not on my project list at the moment. What I would like to do for this island is have a few buildings alongside, really to make this place look like a port that is thriving. So it's definitely what I have planned in the near future. But the last thing I have planned for this episode is to revisit the shopping area. It's been a few days that I've been recording this episode, so multiple people have set up stores, and I am really curious to see what people are selling, because who knows, there could be blocks and materials in the shopping area that we will need for our buildings. And it appears that there are a few more stores. So what is this? Bows cost 5 iron, crossbows cost 10. I don't know about that. I don't know anyone who uses crossbows. 10 arrows cost 5 iron. Shield costs 5 seeds? Okay, wasn't expecting that. Open when I wither 0508 is on. DM wither reborn. Okay, so all of this stuff. This seems to be a armor store. Let's see what's in here. Okay, we can't open up those chests. There's a trident in here. We already have 3 tridents of our own. So this appears to be a nice little armory. I really like the look of this. This looks really, really nice. Alright, what is this? What is this store? I know how many food items I have, so don't try to steal. Okay, what is this? It's a food shop. Alright, let's see what's in here. Cooked chicken. Alright. Cooked cod. Cooked salmon. Alright, so this is going to be a pretty useful store, especially if we're going to be running out of food as quickly as we have been. Okay, that's a nice little food store. I might be there quite often. This is the same building we were at the start of this episode. Rainy Squash's lumber shop. Okay, I see. Payment. No one's made any sales yet. Alright, so that's not lumber, but alright. Some more random materials. Okay, here we are. Alright, how much do these cost? 5 iron a stack, 3 for half a stack, 1 block of coal. 1 coal for 1 block. Okay, that's a weird payment, but I guess that does make sense. So 5 iron per stack. That's a lot. I'm going to be honest there, that's quite a lot. 10 iron a stack for 1 iron a piece. 10 iron for a stack of sugarcane. I don't know about that. And here we have 10 oak for 1 iron. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Saplings aren't too hard to get a hold of. And the final shop, I'm pretty sure, here so far, is this. I don't exactly know what this is. Bread store. Okay. 1 stack of bread is 5 iron. That is a steal. I think that is an absolute steal. 2 stacks is 9 iron. There we go. That's really, really good. Open, but only have 1 stack of bread. Okay. If you steal, I know I screenshot my items. That's probably a good idea to screenshot your items to make sure no one steals them. Payment, please don't steal. No one's been selling anything. Okay, there's a stack and a half in there. Okay. It's a nice little stand. Alright, so already this place is thriving, and I definitely want to make my own store in the next few episodes. Maybe next episode I'll make my own store, because I have some ideas of what I would like to do. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you leave a good old like on it. If you're new to the channel, why not consider subscribing? If you do subscribe, make sure you hit that bell, make sure it's ringed, so you're notified every time I upload and you never miss a video. About 85% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed, so if you guys could please subscribe, that would mean the absolute world to me. It's free and it means a whole lot more to me than you think. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.